What is happening, people? Welcome back to day 3 of the 30-day reseller challenge. Yesterday we made just shy of £700, so let's see what's sold. So first up, I thought I'd show you these. These are some Todds. They are in pretty much unused condition, maybe worn around the house a little bit. These ones are driving or house shoes. I don't know which one you would call them, with the studs on the bottom. Todds is a fantastic brand when you're looking for shoes, especially the loafers. This is the penny loafer. We've got the strap here. There's a couple of different versions of loafers, and these sold for around £49.99, so cannot complain. I think I had them up at 60, but yeah, absolutely fantastic sale. 50 quid for a pair of shoes. So next up we have this Lord of the Rings Two Towers Schmeagol statue. I paid £5 for this, and then another Batman figure for £5. The Batman figure sold for like 50 straight away. This took a little bit longer, I want to say maybe 2 weeks. And this sold for £22.49. So this was the worst of the two, but still going to make some money. So next up, this is an order from Vinted. This is a M&M 100% cashmere dash hound dog. I'll put the picture in here so you can see it. And this sold for £40. I actually probably could have priced it a little bit higher, I believe. But yeah, 40 quid, and I paid £8 all in on Vinted for that one. So cannot complain. M&M is a fantastic brand. You've got to be a little careful with what you pick up. The t-shirts, the tops, the blouses, that sort of stuff don't do as well usually. You want the jumpers and the trousers. They do really, really well. So be on the lookout for M&M. So next up we have this Sahara linen dress. Like I said previously, you're looking for the crazy patterns, all of the multicolours and that sort of stuff. So that's perfect for this. Otherwise it is 100% linen, so it's probably why it didn't sell for as much, but this sold for £30 and it sold really, really quickly. So 6626 is one of our freshest listings, probably within a week or so. So yeah, really quick sell and really quick turnaround, and always good solid money in Sahara. So next up we have this snap-on gilet. It's a padded one. Snap-on gear in clothing. If you know anything about mechanics and stuff like that, snap-on gear is very, very expensive. They go around the country with big vans selling people tool sets for like 15 to 20,000 pounds, and some of the clothing is still expensive. This one had marks on it, there was some sun fade, and we still sold it for £35. So if you see any snap-on gear at the car boot, definitely pick it up. This one I paid £3 for at the boot sale, and it sold really, really quickly. I think I only listed it 2 days ago, so really quick sale on this one. So next up we have probably the most hideous of sales. It is a pair of Haram drop crotch pants. These are jersey style, so if you can get them in the linen and stuff like that, they are a little bit better. But this brand Runholds is an absolute savage. So we got £57 for these, even though they are hideous. You'll see them in the picture here. Runholds is a fantastic brand for many reasons. Number one, it's very good. It holds a lot of value retail. Number two, a lot of charity shops don't know what it is because there isn't any real branding on a lot of them. And sometimes the black label stuff will just have black label and a bunch of text in a paragraph, and it doesn't really actually say the brand on it. You have to go to the label and it'll say Runholds on it. So a lot of charity shops miss it. And even if they don't have the name on the label, the black label stuff with the paragraph is a very obvious tag or a very obvious branding. But obviously for us it is, but for charity shops it isn't. I've picked up many of Runholds pieces from charity shops before because they have no idea what it is, and they always sell it super cheap. So Runholds is a fantastic brand, make sure to look out for it. So next up we have this paisley shirt from Pretty Green. It is brand new with tags. I did the comps on it and they were selling for around £60 to £70. I paid £12 for it, so I did pay up a little bit, but this is sold for £59.99. It has taken a little longer than I would have expected for it to sell. 58.82 and we're on about 66, so it's probably about 3 weeks to 4 weeks old, but it's still sold in the first cycle, which is really, really nice. Pretty Green is a fantastic brand. It's usually adjacent to the mods and the casuals and that sort of stuff. They do a lot of bomber jackets and stuff like that that do really, really well. The shirt's not so much normally, but obviously this is a very nice pattern, and inside of the paisley it's got the Pretty Green logo, which is really cool. And obviously being brand new with tags has helped it with the value. And here we have a sweater shop jumper. This is taking me back to my childhood. I had a very similar jumper, a very similar colorway to this. They don't sell for as much as you'd think they would because of the pattern. They're knitted and they're multicolored. I'd expect them to be a little bit more valuable, but unfortunately they only sell for about 25 to 35 depending on what they are. This one sold for £25, so actually yeah, it's pretty much bang on the money. This one doesn't have the sweater shop branding across the front, so that's probably why it didn't sell for as much. The ones that have got the sweater shop written on the front can demand slightly more value for only like £5 or so, but yeah, sweatshop, cool little throwback to the childhood. So next up we have an Alpha Industries bomber jacket. It's like the MA1 style. We've had this for a little while, big label, but it has sold for £45. One of the things with Alpha Industries that you're looking for is to make sure it's got the flight zipper tag thing on the sleeve. If it doesn't have those, then it's probably going to take a little bit longer and maybe even demand a little less value. But if you do have those, people are looking for it. So definitely make sure if you're picking one up, it's got the little flight tag on it. With these, you're looking for the big Parkers, the big styles. Alpha Industries is a fantastic brand for the aviator military style stuff. You can get the M65s, you can get the MA1s, and they do really, really well. So definitely a brand to look out for. Next up, we have this Levi's denim jacket. It's a women's size small, which is probably the reason why it hasn't sold for as much. The men's versions of these, obviously in slightly bigger sizes, you can demand around the £30 to £35 mark. And this one is sold for like £23. So not the best flip in the world, because I think I would have paid like £8 off Vinted for this. But yeah, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. So next up we have quite a surprising sale. These are 100% linen wide leg trousers. Gudrun is one of my favorite women's brands to pick up and sell. I sell a lot of Gudrun. And these sold for around $39.99, which is actually a fantastic sale for this time of year, especially for linen. But Gudrun is definitely a fantastic brand to look out for. I'd love to give you some info on what to pick up from Gudrun, but to be honest with you, I buy so much of it, it's all over the place. Some of it does really, really well, some of it doesn't do as well. For the most part, what you're looking for is the more colourful pattern stuff, and that does really well. Saying that, these are plain beige and they're just wide leg trousers, but you all know wide leg trousers pop, so definitely be on the lookout for Gudrun. Next up we have this Aquascutum blazer. Stop buying Aquascutum unless it's got the house check. A lot of it is just boring and boring. I don't tend to pick it up as much anymore. Again, this is the bigger label, so it is an older piece. I have avoided buying Aquascutum now unless it has got the house check on it anywhere. If it doesn't, I'm not buying it anymore. This sold for £25, and it's a really, really nice herringbone pattern blazer. It's wool, it's got everything about it when it comes to a blazer, but for some reason, nobody cares unless it's got the house check. So I am just avoid at all costs unless it's got house check. So next up we have this polo Ralph Lauren tartan check style. It's got like a little bit of a suede patch on it and stuff like that. I paid £10 for this and it sold for £35, and I've had it for God knows how long. I have a habit of basically buying whatever and listing whenever and not thinking about styles and times and this sort of thing. So obviously, as I do my markdown strategy, stuff just gets reduced and reduced and reduced, even when it's coming into season, and this is one of the cases for that. So this sold for £35. I reckon if I'd have been more patient and rejigged the listing a little bit, probably could have got closer to 50. But we move. So this is the exact same case. This is a Marmot long line parka with the fur around it. It's a puffer, it's really nice. It is perfect for the winter, but I listed it about 4 months ago, in just as we were hitting summer. So it's taken a long time. Markdown strategy has been implemented, and this sold for 35. I reckon if I'd have been more patient, rejigged the listing, probably closer to 50. But hey ho, still made money, and we're getting stuff moving. So as of yesterday, you would have seen a lot of North Face. This is another one. This is the Summit Series 800 down fill jacket. These things fly. Just be very careful because these get faked so much. So when you're doing your checks, make sure you double check these. But if you see Summit Series logos on any North Face, it is money. And this one sold for £40. So as you can see, there is a theme from day 2 to day 3. We picked up a steel bag and a bunch of accessories inside of the bag. Yesterday we sold the bag, yesterday we sold the log claw. Today we are selling the trousers. Chainsaw trousers and gear like that is so expensive to buy retail, so people revert to buying it pre-owned, and these are in very, very good condition. I sold these for £55 and they've sold literally within the first 4 days of listing them, so definitely check them out. Make sure to be very curious of turning the garment inside out and making sure there's no damage to the liner, because inside of the liner is where you're going to get all the protection, so make sure there's no damage to it. But other than that, these are money. Right, now if any of you guys are confused by the thumbnail, this is where I show you why. Toast dress, this is a banger. This is, again, same as the blue one yesterday. This is very on style, the pattern's sick, the color's nice. So this is what I would call toasty toast. A lot of people may disagree with me, and I don't actually believe that toasty toast exists, but this is really, really good from Toast, and it's sold for £60, so definitely be on the lookout for these. So next up, another pair of Toast trousers. These ones, a little funny story is that they got returned on eBay yesterday, back to our house. They got returned yesterday. So I re-skewed them, jigged the listing, and I upped the price by £10 because I thought maybe we sold them a little cheap the first time, and they sold within 2 hours on Vinted for £64. So yeah, can't complain at all. Straight in, straight back out. So yeah, toast wins. Thank you very much for the support on the video so far. If you could leave a like and a comment, that'd be fantastic, and subscribe if you are not. If you want more information about the reseller group, link is in the bio. Thank you very much. Peace out.